Oswego, where if you look to my north, you can see clouds, but if you look really close, you can actually see some clearing there at the base. Now I'm going to turn around, but if you look this way, dark clouds. In fact, there's a town south of me called Fulton, which is about a 10-15 minute drive, not even, about 10 minutes, about 5-6 miles away. Fulton is on the south side of a very heavy snow band that's producing snowfall rates of 2 inches an hour. As for where I am, I'm on the north side of that crazy snow band. But, we're getting a little bit of flurries from it. But it is slowly starting to drift a little bit north. So when it comes over, we're going to see some very heavy snow. You probably wouldn't be able to see some of those buildings. Like, you see that, the edge of that tower there? You see that tower there? Forget about it. You won't be able to see it at all. You won't be able to see those houses over there once that comes over. It's still like a few miles. It's still like drifting slowly north. It's probably going to be here in the next 30 to 40 minutes because there's a part of the band that's kind of tilted north, and it is slowly starting to lift north. So it's going to pass through Oswego as it lifts north. But we're probably going to get an hour or two of heavy snow. We'll probably pick up another 2-3 inches. Depends on how heavy it is, of course. But from last night's event, Oswego has picked up 4.2 inches of snow from the lake effect event. That's even more than the storm itself. But areas like Parrish has picked up almost 2 feet of snow of lake effect. That's right, 2 feet. The reason for this is, like, while Oswego was getting some really heavy snow, we were getting a lot of grapple. It was convective snow. But once it gets a little bit more inland, all the moisture wrings itself out over the higher terrain, even though it's a few hundred feet higher than here, and produces some very heavy snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches, or even 3 to 4 inches an hour. There was even some thunder snow I heard. I didn't hear the thunder, but the National Weather Service meteorologist that I called last night in Buffalo said that there was some thunder snow in the Oswego area earlier. Let me check the radar one more time. The heavy snow burst is lifting north right now. The snow burst is lifting north, but it's still quite some time away. It's still about 3 or 4 miles to my south. The heavy snow burst is about 3 miles away. But yeah, from the point on radar. But from reaching the ground, that same area is probably 4 to 5 miles away because you're getting a northwest wind, which is probably pushing the snow a little further south at the surface. So I would say the heaviest snow right now is in Fulton. Fulton probably has like over a foot now. Like, Fulton is getting a good, solid snow band right now. I don't know what's going on in Fulton, like, exactly, but based on what I'm seeing on radar, Fulton, New York, and even the town of Oswego, not the city, but like the town of Oswego itself is getting some very heavy snow right now. Right now we're just getting light snow right now, just flurries. Temperature in the upper 20s. But I've been looking on the weather. We're going to get a really impressive lake effect snow event if this model holds up next week. Like, we're going to get some really impressive cold shots. Like, could be the coldest air of the season, potentially. And with a west wind, gusty west wind, we could have one heck of a lake effect snow event. Maybe a foot or two in Oswego. Yeah, see, it already looks like, if you look, yeah, look, I'm looking down this way and I could see what looks like a wall of snow. Yeah, see, you can't even see the base of the clouds because it's snowing so hard over there. Yeah, once that comes over Oswego, it's going to be near whiteout conditions. It's going to be very heavy snow, maybe a rumble of thunder, but I doubt it. It's not very convective. I'm going to check the radar one more time. Well, it's starting to fill in now. We're still on the north part of the snow. like we're on the weak side of it. But look, you already can see, even though we're on the very weak and drier side, it's still snowing outside. The lower clouds, the heavier snow is all over there. So once that comes over, snowfall rates are gonna explode. Like we're gonna have some very heavy snow. Because also there's more water for the snow to go over to come to this area. So it's gonna get even heavier. So I reckon the snow's gonna pick up by like 12:30, 12:40. We're gonna have heavy snow coming down. Thankfully the winds aren't that strong, and that's why the snow is so heavy right now. It has more time to pick up moisture over the lake. And so the snowband is also thicker and heavier. But also over Western Lake Ontario, you're having more of a northwest flow or west flow, while over Eastern Lake Ontario, where we are, it's kind of a northwest flow. So it's kind of like this, and then it pivots northwestward. I'm going to check again. I was looking at the radar for Watertown and Oswego, but now I'm going to look for Buffalo. Alrighty. All right, so I just checked the radar. The snowband is going to lift north through Oswego over the next couple hours. We're going to get a burst of snow. We should pick up anywhere from 1 to 4 inches. Depends on how it passes through. We could get as little as an inch or as much as 4 inches. And I mean, if it lingers for a couple hours, we could get over 4. But right now, I'm just expecting another 1 to 4 inches. By the time the snow, I would say, ends around 4 p.m. By 4 p.m., the snow should end from southwest to northeast. Yeah, because that's going to pass through. I mean, the movement is southwest to northeast. Northwest to southeast. But the movement of the band, of that precip that's moving from northwest to southeast, is southwest to northeast. So it's kind of like coming this way, but it's slowly angling its way northeastward. Because it's a feeder band, it's a lake band, so it just keeps on feeding. It's keeps on forming over Lake Ontario. And the colder the temperatures are at the surface and just aloft, the more moisture can be picked up off the lake, especially if the winds aren't too strong. Usually if the winds are very strong, you would get a very broken up band that's wide or very narrow, most likely wide, but producing graupel or just light snow. But if the winds are just right, the right direction, the right intensity, you can get some of your heaviest snows right over the city of Oswego. For instance, in 2007, in about a 1 to 2 week period, Oswego picked up over 80 inches of snow, making it the snowiest February ever recorded. Oswego picked up over 80 inches of lake effect snow, all because the band was just sitting over Oswego. And it was also areas north and west too, but Oswego got a lot of snow, and I mean a lot. Oswego was basically the jackpot almost. Not it's Oswego itself, but areas just north and east got over 100 inches of snow. Already, this winter in Oswego is no longer in the top spot for the least snowiest winter. In fact, we're now down to 5th place for the least snowiest winter. Last year, we were in the number 1 spot. The year before, we were previously in the number 1 spot. So 2 winters ago is now the number 2 spot for the least snowiest winter. Finally, we're in the top 5 spot for the least snowiest winter, or the 95th snowiest winter, with 100 being the least snowiest. So it's the snowiest winter. So when you see 100, you know that's the least snowiest winter. Getting over 100 inches of snow in Oswego is actually normal. The last time Oswego got over 100 inches of snow was the winter of 2018, 2019, or was it 17, 18? So it's been quite a while before Oswego managed to get more snow. And also I'm looking that way, clearing skies. Looking that way, all I see is a wall of snow. Still waiting for the band to come over. I'm actually coming into this building to speak to my professor. I don't believe we have class, so I'm just gonna see if I can get the professor. I'm about to end the stream, or because I'm gonna be talking to some people. So make one more report, folks. Currently in Oswego, it's cloudy with snow flurries, temperatures in the upper 20s, with heavy snow bands coming our way. In fact, if you look closely, you can actually see snow streaks from these clouds. Yeah, those are streaks of snow right there. Look closely. Those are fall streaks of snow. And these cloud bases aren't that high. They're not like 40, 50, like they're not over 10,000 feet. These are pretty low cloud bases. In fact, okay, yep, there comes the heavy snow. In fact, I'm looking to that tree line over there. It's pretty obscured. That's some heavy snow. That's right where I used to live. Yep, the heavy snow is now starting to come in. Yep, now heavy snow starting to come in. It's literally starting to like slowly come into Oswego. But the heaviest snow is still to the southwest. But once that comes over, visibilities are gonna crash. And look over there, very clear. You could see the horizon pivot this way. Looks really hazy. And now the snow's starting to come in. Yep, there we go. Here comes the moderate snow shower. We're right on the edge of that cloud. Like, look at this. Heavy snow right there, moderate snow. And that way, just a few flurries. Look at that. Literally, I'm right on the edge of a heavy snow band right now. Literally, like, look how poor the visibilities are over there. And I'm pivoting this way, and you can literally see the horizon. But look what's coming my way. And look at all those snow streaks coming down. Yeah, so it's about to get heavy. Check the radar again. All right, guys, I gotta go. All right, folks, I gotta go. Things about to get really bad here in Oswego. I'll make another update in about 20 minutes when we're probably gonna be having snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches an hour. I just checked the radar. Very heavy snow just to my southwest. Like, it's getting closer. That's why those visibilities over there are kind of poor. The heaviest snow is still like over Fulton and the town of Oswego, but the band is lifting northward. Here it comes. Here comes the band. You can actually see the fall streaks here, and then just a wall of snow just to my south and west. And the snow band extends towards about 100 miles west towards Central Lake Ontario. So once that comes over here, it's going to be really hard. Visibility is going to get really bad. Winds are going to pick up. And we might even see a rumble of thunder. Thanks for watching. Bye. Check the radar one more time. And yeah, there are a couple of potent snow bands coming in. In fact, I'm looking northwest. And yeah, even they're starting to be obscured. Yep, it's starting to come in. Thanks for watching, guys.